Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 8th of March for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. Also, if you'd like to have a one-to-one personal consultation with me, please see the link below and check out my testimonials. And also, if you'd like to ascend above the Zodiac sign astrology and embrace more serious astrology, you can do so in a very affordable way by checking out my reports. You can get 30% off a year's forecast and a character analysis combination. And again, please see the link below, all based on your time, date and place of birth. Hello Libra, and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 8th of March. As this week begins, Mercury, the planet of talk and thought, and Jupiter, the planet of growth, optimism and good fortune, are still connected in the part of your horoscope to do with where you want to feel your desires being met. So with the big clustering of energy that you've had in Aquarius early this year, perhaps there has been an opportunity to really focus on what it is you desire and what it is you need to meet your more pleasurable needs. But of course Saturn is in this area too, so it's asking you to take seriously romance and your creative talents, and it is in that rather brittle, abrasive right angle with Uranus still. So anything to do with shared finances and your romantic situation, or where you're investing your creative talent, say for example a business partnership, things could still be a little bit tender if you feel that you're putting in more than you're getting out. But you know, this week, apart from those Aquarius influences, is very much about the principle of sacrifice. And that might seem a strange one to raise, because since 2012, when Neptune went into your 6th solar house, I've been pushing you to set your boundaries and be conscious of when to say no. And I think a lot of people, a lot of Librans and Libra and Ascendant people have written to me and said, you know, this is what I really needed to do. Being too agreeable has left me feeling empty. So this might sound a bit ironic this week, but with your ruler Venus combining with Neptune and the Sun and the new moon, which all comes to a crescendo on Saturday, do you know, where you do your best for others could actually be an area of great spiritual reward. So if you're applying for a job and it is in a caring environment or sector, or it is in a service area which requires imagination, or you're a healer of some kind, you can be absolutely cooking really on top form this week, and also in the month following this one. And because Pluto feeds into this new moon too, and Pluto is very much about transformation, as long as where you're being sacrificing or where you're helping others suits you, so you're not giving too much and not getting enough back, as long as it suits you, then it will be very uplifting. It's where we do too much and we feel that people don't appreciate us. That's where we end up feeling really, there is no sense of a fair exchange. And I think that's really the lesson of the last few years for you, to push back where other people have taken you for granted. But ironically, this is a week that if you want to get physically and emotionally and spiritually a little bit more in shape, if you want to embrace the spring, if you're in the northern hemisphere, this would be a great time to exercise a bit more, get into nature, but also, you know, try to get the structure of your life working a little bit more efficiently. I would be careful about alcohol this week, quite honestly, because of Neptune in the mix and the health implications of the 6th house. The 6th house new moon is an opportunity to be a bit more virtuous and, you know, to resist those calorific goodies. But I'm not saying that you shouldn't have a treat or two, but if something's become a bit more habitual, perhaps through the stress and loneliness and isolation of COVID, this would be a good week to do a fast, to do some kind of cleanse, to try to cut down on sugar particularly, and really become much more conscious of whole foods and cook from scratch. And all of that can be very purifying for you, just what you need, and can take you into the start of the astrological year on the 20th of March, perfectly set to capitalize on the opportunities that are going to be coming your way. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Stay safe and goodbye.